Well, well, well. What a day, what a day, what a week, what a week. I had a great Christmas. The horses raced good leading up to Christmas, and then, of course, all of you found out about my best Christmas present. That was a couple of days late for Christmas. It was my daughter, Adeline Hope McDonald, being born. It was funny because my wife, I took a couple pictures, I put it on Facebook or whatever, and my wife said, "Geez, you should tell your family." I had already sent you guys a stable update before I had let anybody else know. So I think my father might have found out from a stable wide release before anything else. But what an incredible feeling, and luckily, the baby was early, obviously 7 weeks early, so it was a little concerning. That is the baby fine? Is the baby fine? You're on pins and needles, and everything looks great. Mom's good. Amy's perfect. So that's important. Obviously, some people were asking quietly, is Amy okay? Is everything going to be all right? And the problem was her blood pressure was spiking, and I'm not a doctor. I don't know why, but I know it was concerning me, obviously. And it obviously concerned the doctors because they took the baby out at 8:33 in the morning. What do you think, Ollie, about your sister?
Good.
Ollie's a big brother now. He's pretty happy. Anyway, on the racing side, we had a great week leading up to racing. Today is Sunday, so I'm going to do a little racing tonight. Yesterday, the entire day of yesterday's racing was terrible. So Amy is at McMaster Hospital in Hamilton. So I left to go get her breast pump and stuff at the house. I thought it'd be okay to stop at Flamborough on the way home and qualify the 3 horses in the morning. And Better Call Mike was good. Curious Winner, I'd sent a message out to Curious Winner. To keep Curious Winner trotting, we put a lot of weight on him. Ollie. We put a lot of weight on Curious Winner and had the hobbles a little tight, and they tired him out. That's why you saw that horrendous last quarter. But he's qualified for the B tracks, I believe. He gets 2 seconds for a half, and anyway, I think he's qualified for the B track. So we made some shoeing adjustments on him. We'll probably school him this week or train him up hard and see how he feels. I didn't love the way he felt yesterday, but he was trying, which is an improvement for him. So I was cautiously optimistic with Curious Winner yesterday. Better Call Mike was good. If you watch the rest excuse me, the rest of the race card last night, you saw what kind of a mile that actually was for Better Call Mike. It was a bad night, a bad day all around. The track was deep. With Mother Nature playing, the reason that we went with the drone on Thursday is because we knew the rain was coming Friday, and it did. It came all day Friday. And the track was just starting to freeze, or to thaw in the morning at the qualifiers, so it was a little sticky, a little muddy. I believe they gave the track a variant of... They charted it as good with 1 second variance. At night when we got there, it was terrible. The track seemed good, but it was deep. They had dug it up and dug it up and dug it up and dug it up, and then left it, and it was really deep. And you would see that first race cruising with Angus. I lost him behind the gate. Muscle through it, couldn't function. Second race, dancing on my own, run. It was turning out to be a bad night. Happy Holidays came through. Stonebridge Loyal ended up a poor third in my mind. She was okay. I wish Brett had left with her a little harder. Anytime you can see a short field and you're going to end up with 2 favorites, one of them's going to clearly... One of them's going to be on the front. And yeah, I don't want to get away in the 4-hole and then come first over as hard as you can. It's just not... It's not what you would say the TSN turning point of the race. So she got used up pretty hard when he come, and then she flattened out a bit and finished third. Dancing on my own, just couldn't get through it. She made a break. She made 2 breaks. The second break was really my fault. So they jammed the brakes on up front, and I run up on somebody in front of me, and she just got out of gear. And again, with the footing the way it was, she just lost herself and made a break. And then Road Tripper made a break behind the gate. And then halfway down the lane, Canali Hanover made a break. That was really annoying horses shouldn't make breaks at that point in the mile. I know that he might have touched himself. He made the break in the start before that at Flamborough in the same place at the half, virtually the exact same place. So that would lead me to believe that he's probably interfering. He's touching somewhere. Maybe touched a knee. I've never seen him do that before. I'm not really sure. But nevertheless, he shouldn't have made a break. Should have muscled through it. And he didn't, which is pretty frustrating. But at the same time, it is what it is. We'll find a spot for him, maybe in a 15 claimer, non-winners of 50 at London or something. And we'll figure out what's going on. We'll put a set of knee boots on him for precaution. As a precaution, and then maybe put some vet wrap underneath his boots behind to absorb some shock if he is in fact striking that hind shin, which a lot of trotters will do. We wear boots on them, obviously. So that was last night's and yesterday morning's festivities. They weren't that good, but we have it's -1 right now, a little colder here in Ontario. We have American League, Gelona, and Dancing at Midland tonight. Dancing at Midland's been a bit of a gatekeeper in that class at Flamborough. I'd like to see him go to London with him. Gelona's been a little flatter last couple. Drew the outside tonight. Don't really know what to think. And then, of course, we have American League, probably our best shot. Who would have thought American League, our best shot in 10 starts in 2 days, would be American League? But American League looks like he's got a pretty good shot tonight if he gets through the track. See, this is the problem, is that if you add a bunch of grab and change their shoes and then the track tightens up, it could be worse. So we really have to roll the dice with what we have on their feet tonight. I think they're shod for this weather. If the track is the way it should be tonight, I would think a little bit hard, a little cushion on top. That would be perfect. I think the track, if they just screened it a little bit, would be fine. So they have a number of tools to dig the track up. They have a conditioner that has teeth on it, digs into the track a little bit. But in the winter, when it gets really cold, -10, -15, it's like trying to dig through asphalt. You just can't do it. So you have to get at it before it freezes bad. And what they have is quite a cushion on the track now. So I think if they just screen it a little bit, tighten it up, the track will be fine for tonight. I hope it will anyway. So that's that. You get to know about my baby girl being born. You get to know about the horses racing last night. We had a decent week leading up to that. We had 4 or 5 winners. I think we had 7 starts, maybe 4 wins. Second, a third, a fifth, and Mystical Mission made a break, but he hates that sticky stuff too, and it was pretty bad on Boxing Day. And I know he's made breaks in the past, but a little uncharacteristic for him to run right there. So a little surprised, but it's racing. What are you going to do? We're going to turn the page and move on. You guys got to see a long video on Christmas Eve. Hopefully we can shorten that up for you today. Run through what I saw at the drone the other day. Pretty impressive. As I said from the outset, these were horses that stood in the stall for 2 days. 2 days in the stall. Went out and did what they did on the track. Just goes to show how quickly they're becoming professionals. They're not even officially 2-year-olds yet, and you already have sets of 8 and 9. And I had some people saying, you know, the sets are pretty big. Well, can't be there all day. And to do the sets in 2 days, I guess it would be possible. It wouldn't be very feasible.
I don't think they're coming.
No, they're coming. They're just, Granny and Ava are getting ready. It wouldn't be very feasible, but at the same time possible. I would like to see for now, right now, I don't mind sets of 8 and 9 and 10. I know some of our clients had said, still with the colors are similar, it's hard to make out. Geez, we're really trying to change that up. Somebody even mentioned getting different colored jackets, and we will. I mean, whatever it takes to make sure our clients are understanding what's on the track is what we'll do. So as far as the sets, I like sets of 8 or 9 or 10. I know if a horse makes a break or gets, you know, bottled up or pushed out the back, it kind of sucks, but I told our trainers, keep them moving. In all those sets, you saw horses that would get away in the front and end up last at the 3/8 and then keep moving. I like that. I like the horses to be able to sit and move and sit and move. And the reason I like that is to start them off from day one understanding when they attack, it's important that we can throttle them back and save that energy in the race. From a layman's standpoint, you may not know what I mean. A trainer should understand it. A driver certainly should. When you start a horse up clear to the front, that added time to shut them down and let them rest is important. How much does that take out of the horse? And the more times we give them that repetition, the more they get comfortable with it. Same as anything else, repetition in life brings comfort. And that's what we're trying to do with these horses. I've said this from day one. We might not always have the best horses, but it would be nice to have the smartest horses. And we can do that through education. So you'll see some horse. I know some people last week were upset with some of the horses that aren't progressing as fast as the others. Take your time. Understand that there isn't going to be constant progression, and you're going to have to get these, like diving off a diving board, right? Some kids will go up and jump right off. Other kids need some coaxing, and other kids just need some confidence and some time, you know, to build up that confidence. A horse like Pine Creek is a perfect example. Take your time. I've told you, I'll push them when they need to be pushed. You'll see the horses we're pushing now. We polished up Fuss Pot. She looked like a world champion the other day going. You know, who were the horses I went with? Fuss Pot was incredible. Enjoying My Life was very, very good. Havana Unana, there's another horse. When they're ready to shove forward, that's when we push, and it's very, very important we don't try and do that before they're ready, because you can really hurt their confidence and really break down the trust between, you know, the horses and our staff and myself. And you know, you just can't always push. Pine Creek's coming. She's not quite there. She hasn't dove in yet, but she will. She will. So for the people out there selling your shares, you're welcome to. For the people that are buying them or waiting, I appreciate the patience and the confidence. They'll get there. They're just every horse is different. It's like a team full of hockey players. They're not all going to be Sidney Crosbys, and they're all going to learn at different levels. And you know, take heed in you know, you should be comfortable in looking back at last year's videos and seeing what I mean. Oh, so Pine struggled quite a bit in the early part of the winter. You could see there was speed there, but he just couldn't put it all together until later on. Even White Tiger, I had somebody say, geez, you know, my horse got hobbles on already. You know, is that a problem? I sent him the link of White Tiger wearing hobbles, bell boots, and trotting boots in March. So it's not a problem. They all learn different. There's my girl. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
And here's Granny. She's here now too. We're going to see Adelaide. Oh my God, Adeline. We almost called her Adelaide. So the cat's out of the bag. It was really a coin flip. I left it up to my wife. I liked Adeline and Adelaide. I didn't care either one of them. I'm very happy. But it was a coin flip. So Adeline, Hope McDonald. We're going to see her and Amy right now at the hospital. So that's the opening video. We're going to give you a run through of all the horses, how they did. We're going to run through the barns really quick. Try and keep it a little condensed this week. We are going to have, and going to try, we're trying to work with Mother Nature to have the drone again this Thursday, because Curtis is going away and we're not going to have another one for 2.5 weeks. So I didn't want to leave everybody 3 weeks without a video, especially this time of year. It's really exciting for me because you get to see the Fuss Pots and the Enjoying My Lives and the Anteroses and all those horses that, you know, sprint and look great. You get to see that progression right now, and this is what I'm interested in. So we'll be back in a minute. We'll run through all the barns, we'll run through all the babies, give you my 2 cents on how they looked on drone day. It was a great day. We went with, I think, 70 horses, and huge success overall. So be back in a minute, and I'll run through all that with you.